Thank you so much for joining us on KPRC 2 Plus Now. I'm Zach Lajway. This year, KPRC is embedding into a local Houston ISD school to document educational reform. We're calling our special coverage Focus on Fleming. We chose Fleming Middle School because of the school's demographics and because Fleming students typically transition to Wheatley High, one of the district's lowest performing high schools. KPRC 2 reporter Candace Burns, along with digital content specialist Ninfa Saavedra, visited Fleming Middle School this week to learn about the team centers designed and designated for students to work individually or in teams throughout the school day. Ninfa is here to explain all about this. This really, for some, is an opportunity.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of back and forth about what the team center was. Was it a disciplinary center, or like was it taking over the libraries? And that's not the case. So every day students are giving a DOL, which is an assignment that they have to complete. So once the students who have mastered the assignment and have completely understood the assignment, they go to these team centers and they continue to work on the assignments and continue to develop. And the students who may not understand some things get one-on-one time with the teacher. So this is so that the student are not left behind, but they're also progressing, so they're still going forward in their lesson and they're not getting left behind. The students who don't understand and the students who do understand, they're progressing and they're still learning more. So that's essentially what it's for.
Now, this is what the district says it's for. What's been the reaction from students and parents? Yeah,
so students seem to love it. Students seem to enjoy it. It's a place where they can go and they can really get that time with the learning coaches and again get that ability to learn. So they seem to really enjoy it. We went one-on-one with them and we actually went inside because we wanted to show you guys what it's like in these team centers, like day in and day out, and what it's like as a learning coach. And we also have a clip from Candace from her 10 p.m. that's airing tonight on the 10 p.m. news, and she's talking to the learning coach who's day in and day out and who's sitting with these students. So we should go to that right now.
I've gotten the chance to sit at tables with learning coaches throughout the district in the program, and so it was just very interesting to see how differently their position and their role is and the things they're required to do differ from me here at Fleming. And so there isn't a specific base model, that one size fits all for every campus. Some of the things that I'm required to do here may not be required at a different campus. But our main goal here as the learning coach in the team center is for students who come in, come in, get their work done. And so I do have other responsibilities outside of this classroom that may vary. But I feel like the responsibilities in the classroom are the same. We have to have an answer key. You have to internalize your lessons. You have to actively monitor in here in the classroom, just so you go along. So some of our responsibilities outside of the team center are definitely different. I'm required to do cell phones. Some schools don't pick up cell phones. I have cafeteria duties, afternoon duties, and I've talked to learning coaches like, yeah, we don't have duties like that.
I'm not sure if it was my earpiece or if there were audio issues with that clip, but that gentleman we heard from is a teacher who's a coach at this center.
Yeah, so he's a coach at the center, so he knows all of the lesson plans, and he literally sits with the children and help them progress. And if they have any questions about the lesson plans, he sit with them and he helped them. And he is essentially a teacher of all subjects. So this is pretty amazing for him. And the students really seem to enjoy the time that they get to spend in the team center.
Now, these team centers, more than one inside the school?
Yeah, so they have one for each grade level. So they kind of look different on each grade level. We went inside the 6th grade one, and we also went inside the 8th grade one. And you can see more of that tonight at 10 p.m. on the full package tonight, where Candace explores these 2 team centers. And you will also see that there's still a library on the campus of Fleming, and students are still able to check out books. I know that was a huge thing. Like, are these taking over the libraries?
A big question,
They're not. A big concern for parents, and it's not. Students are still able to check out books. This is just a elevated level to help students to make sure that they're not getting left behind and they're getting all the attention that they need. So make sure you guys tune in tonight at 10 p.m. To see the full story and really get to know like what these team centers are and what these learning coaches are doing, because they are doing some amazing things inside these schools, and we took you inside to see.
And again, the team centers are for each academic
Each
level,
level,
6, 7, 8.
and 8.
Do we know how many students visit the centers?
Yeah, so they have the most students in the morning, so it differentiates from math to English to science. So they have, when we were there, it was a good amount of students, like a good 20 or so students. So the students are getting the lessons, and then the students who are not, which are like 5, they're getting that one-on-one time with their instructors to actually say, hey, I don't understand this specific problem, can you help me with it? And the teachers are able to take that time and help them without taking away from the other students who are like, I get this, can I go on to the next thing?
Does the district put these students in the center, or can students say, hey, I'm struggling, I need a little extra help, attention, can I be put into the center?
So the center is for the students who get the lesson plan. So they get the lesson plan and they go on to something else. The one-on-one students, they're left behind with the teachers.
Okay.
So that's the difference. So yeah, you can, essentially they can say like, hey, I'm not understanding this, can I stay behind and have this one-on-one time with my teacher? And they can. Or if they're progressing and they're like, hey, I get it, I want to go on to something else, I want to go on to the next assignment, they're able to go to the team center to do just that.
And that full report airs tonight at 10 right
at
here
10 p.m.
on KPRC 2+. Houston ISD board members will have a